Welcome. So here's how you space images apart in Photoshop. Once the image is open in Photoshop, you want to change the canvas size first of all. It usually helps if the background is set to white. So click on this little background color here, make sure it's set to white, and then go up to Image, Canvas Size, or press Alt-Command-C, and just change the canvas size to anything bigger. We'll do 3000 by, 2000. And then you want to select different parts of the image and move them. So we need to get a selection tool. So we'll use this little polygon lasso tool right here. And we'll just trace around parts of the image we want to move. Just clicking. And then once you see those little marching ants like that, you want to press Command X to cut, and then Command V to copy. That'll put it on a separate layer. And we'll go Command minus to zoom out. We'll see our layers there. And then we want to do the same thing with other parts of the image. So we'll go back and get the polygon lasso tool again. Make sure we're on the background layer. And we'll just clip around that. And then we'll press Command X again, and then Command V again. Now we got that battery on a separate layer, and we can select this move tool up here and just move that layer. Then we'll go back to the background, get our polygon lasso tool again, clip around this other part, Command X, Command V, get our move tool again, we'll move that. Press Command minus, zoom out a little more maybe. Move this saw. Alright, now they're pretty far apart. So I'm actually going to flatten this image. So to do that, we can go into the Layers panel. And if you don't see the Layers panel, it's under Window, Layers. And we can just click these little 4 lines to get the flyout menu and select Flatten Image. We can actually crop that to make it smaller. To do that, get the crop tool in the toolbar here. We'll just click and drag. And if it has measurements here, it'll try and crop it by certain proportions, so just click clear. And I hit return to get it to crop. Now our paths are going to be in the wrong place, so we need to move the path. To do that, we want to click on this path selection tool, this little black arrow tool right above the magnifying glass. And then we just want to click and drag to select certain parts of the path. I'm going to use Command plus to zoom in. We're just going to take our direct selection tool and start moving that part of the path. We'll zoom in a little more to make sure it's lined up. And you can press the arrow keys on the keyboard to kind of nudge the path a little bit, just to move it right into the right place. And we'll just kind of scroll on our mouse to check out the parts of that path. And we're satisfied it's lined up. We'll get the direct selection tool again, and we'll select the path for the battery, and we'll move that in place. And then Command plus to zoom in. If you hold down the spacebar key and click and drag, it'll allow you to kind of move around the image. We're just going to use the direct selection tool and move that a little bit. We'll press Command plus to zoom in a little bit more and make sure that the path is lined up. We'll press Command minus to zoom out, and then we'll use the direct selection tool again, the black arrow, and we'll move this part of the path. Command plus to zoom in, space bar, and then drag to move around the image, and let go of the space bar to go back to the direct selection tool. And we're just going to move that path down a little bit. Use the arrow keys to nudge it in place. Command minus to zoom back out. And you'll see we have this little bit of a path here because I didn't have it selected when I originally moved it. So we'll just click on that and drag that to where it should be. Okay, and once that's in place, we'll press Command 0 to zoom out all the way. Now if you hold down the Command key and then click on the thumbnail icon in the Paths panel. And if you don't see the Paths panel, it's under Window, Paths. So just Command click this thumbnail icon and it'll select the path. And then if you press Q, it'll kind of show you what the path looks like. So you can see that it's all lined up nicely. And then when you're satisfied with that, you can press Command D to deselect, and then we'll press Command S to save it, and Command W to close it, and that's it. You're all done.